point, when you start feeling depressed, reach out to friends at that point, any family member that, before you start going crazy, because see, love is a losing game. Hey loves, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I don't know why I feel so bad right now, because it's been a minute I've been on here. But anyways, let me introduce myself. My name is Naomi Alfredo. If you're just new stopping by, hey my love, you are highly welcome. In this platform, what we do is self-development, self-improvement, and lifestyle, beauty, and fashion. I had to take a break. I needed this break. I needed to do so many things, and yeah, I'm sorry that I didn't get you guys, like explain my disappearance to you all. It was impromptu. Anyways, guys, in today's video, I want to talk about becoming the hottest version of yourself even after a toxic breakup. Forget that ex right now and move on. So I know some people are wondering, like, why is that the first topic that you're speaking on? Is it because you did you go through? Nah, please don't think about that way. This was the last video I made and I got it deleted because I just didn't like it was chaotic, because like in the video NEPA took lights, in the video my mic wasn't working, so I had to just, for me to start back, I needed to start to where I ended with you all. I know how it feels like, what it's like to experience a heartache that runs deep into your soul, that you can't even think it or even like get your head straight, or you're in a room or everyone is partying, everyone is just like, do you get that kind of vibe? And then you are not on that time space. You want to text them, you want to ask them how you're doing, because you're used to this person has been like a routine in your life. Do you understand? And one thing about routine or schedules is that it's so hard to like, just put it off or end it. Anyhow, it's gonna be. You wonder if they're doing okay, if they are still thinking about you. That's just the way it is. If they're still thinking about you, if they really ever loved you, do you get? Or if it was just worth it. Listen, loving someone should be something you would never ever regret. That was part of your journey. If you're left hurt, broken, and having lost who you once were, take it as part of your journey. At that point, you're just grieving. And guess what? We're about to make this breakup the best version of yourself. You're going to become the hottest version of yourself. Total transformation, and it's going to be worth it as what you're about to experience. I'll give you the secret on how to get over your ex. At some point, you need to choose to move on and create the best version of yourself. You will regain the sexiness, the confidence, because a lot of people tend to go through breakup. They look their worst. They don't even want to associate with anyone. You don't even want to go on dates at that point because you want to heal, and that's quite okay. But shutting the door down because someone broke your heart, it's not the right thing to do. So the first thing I'm going to talk about right now is to grieve. I'm telling you, be on your grieving stage. This is when you just recently got out of a relationship, it's too fresh. You're sad, you don't have appetite, you don't even want to see any of your friends. You're resisting the urge to text your ex every day. I get it. And if you're experiencing that right now, you're watching the right video, then I need you to literally carry out this process that I'm going to explain in this video. And I'll call it the process of the Kubler-Ross model, which includes like 5 stages. That's the denial, the anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Stage of denial, it can be very hard to accept that the relationship is over, right? You'd be like, oh, I don't want to accept that this relationship is over, because you were in love with this person, you cared about this person. You might find yourself hoping for reconciliation, like, okay, nah, he wasn't that serious, we're gonna reconcile, it's gonna be like what it is. But deep down, you know that you and this guy, you guys are done. Thinking that the breakup is just a temporary phase, please, and please, I need you to allow yourself to feel your emotions rather than just suppressing them or letting your friends say, oh, he doesn't deserve you, move on, blah, 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 blah. Let yourself grieve. Watch sad videos if you want to watch it. Cry if you want to cry. Like, please don't listen to friends that'll be like, oh, move on. But because in your room, they're not going to be also crying with you when you start thinking about the memories you and that person spent together. Now, that's completely a natural process and you need to get it out of your system. Do you understand? Because for you to heal, you need to understand that you are emotionally connected with that person and you need to heal from that. One thing that studies have shown is that a lot of women take their time to literally heal. They will cry for 7 months. Like, it can take 7 months. And next thing, you're seeing the man up with another girl, a new girl, or you'll be thinking, oh, was I worth it? Like, it's crazy. Yeah, it can be a crazy feeling because you loved that person. And men don't know how to heal very well. Like, you will see that they will jump to the next person that they were talking to, or that kind of that kind of thing, which isn't like the best thing to actually do after a breakup that really meant a lot to you, like especially when the person literally meant a lot to you. So, and you see that over a year you're done, you're not even thinking about this person, like you've moved on. Now you realize that, does this thing happen to you whereby you realize that that person is back into your life, and then you be asking yourself like, okay, I don't feel anything for that person. That's how men grieve. They don't know how to heal because they're on to the next person. They've not assessed their feelings. Do you understand? So the next one I'm going to talk about is anger. If you feel angry, anger can manifest as frustration, resentment, towards your ex-partner, yourself, or any sort of situation, right? Like saying, oh, I hate myself for loving him this way. Oh, why did I do this? How did I let this happen? Oh, you start feeling intense anger towards yourself or your ex for ending the relationship and blaming them for all the hurt you're feeling. Sorry guys, someone just called me right now. Let yourself feel your anger, but express your anger constructively instead of beating yourself up. The deed has already been done. You need to accept that the deed has already been done. I want you to start having a journal where you express your anger, say all what you want in there, engage in whatever activities that you want that is going to avoid any destructive behaviors or action, because some people can be angry after they dump them. Like, that's the honest truth. And a lot of them don't know how to, construct or control their anger. Do not be like those girls, please. It's not worth it. No one is worth that kind of stress. Bargaining, you need to also involve yourself dwelling on what could have been done differently to save your relationship, or thinking if only you had been more attentive, only you had been, don't bargain it, or you try to reach out to them offering a change. That's what pisses me off. Offering a change, promising them like everything is not. How many times do you want to break up with someone? I'm sorry that it's going to go some certain way. Don't get me wrong. But first off, focus on self-improvement. Instead of dwelling on the past and everything, thinking that no one on earth is gonna date you. Oh my god, like every Saturday you're seeing people getting married and you're like, okay, what is wrong with me? Like, don't think that way at all. And you need to also know that if this person really cared, they could have just texted you. So another one I want to talk about is depression. This is marked by sad. See here, depression is real. Like, you will be totally sad. You will just lose interest in activities. You just feel hopeless. You will just literally isolate yourself from everybody, your family, your friends. You will feel overwhelmed by sadness even when you're trying to engage in like social activity. Even your sleeping pattern changes because at night now you're thinking about the guy, like what is it with another girl. Like your eating pattern is going to change because you're unable to find joy that in what you used to normally love. Do you understand? Instead of that, you need to seek support. Like reach out to friends at that point when you start feeling depressed. Reach out to friends at that point. Any family member that before you start going crazy. Because see, love is a losing game. A lot of people don't know how to like control some certain things, and you don't want that for yourself because another human is going to come. Consider professional help if you know that family and friends are not really getting you. Like a therapist can provide valuable support and even some coping mechanism that a lot of us don't know professionally. And you can even prioritize like self-care activities. There are just a lot of things. Like I want to really really talk about this, but it's a lot. It's a broad topic, and I'm going to just cut it down. The next one is acceptance. You need to accept that this is when you need to come to terms with the breakup and start seeing another future without your ex. It doesn't mean you won't feel sadness anymore, but you will begin to move forward. You begin to find peace with the breakup. Focus on your personal growth and start new hobbies. Start making plans for yourself. See, your life is not focused around someone else's future. Reconsider your interests, reconsider your passions, reconsider your strengths. Look forward into new beginnings. If there is another person trying to talk to you, talk to that person. If that person is literally, your type, I need you to know that you don't need any closure to their mistreatment to you. You don't need any closure. You need to start limiting contact and close all forms of communications with yourself right now. Give yourself space to heal. Like I always say this, give yourself space to heal. There's something called the it list, and this is one of my major points when I always tell girls, give yourself space to heal, because where you write out, what was wrong in the relationship, the good things in that relationship, why you guys are not compatible. This will remind you why it never worked. So write down your dream list just for the new person. Now, the next stage is the healing stage. So when you're done with this process of grieving, of your healing stage and everything, this is when the necessary work happens, right? This is a crucial period where you process your emotions, you rebuild your sense of self, and gradually move forward. Like it involves a whole lot of steps. The first one I always tell girls is identify your pattern and realize your own toxic traits. Like it took me a lot of relationships to realize that I might be the problem. I discovered that I actually had a certain pattern of whom I always started dating, and that clearly wasn't working for me. Understand your toxic traits when you're dating. Do you always have mood swings? Are you impatient and always angry when things don't go your way or the way you plan? If you can't commit, how are your trust issues impacting your relationship in the way you show up for your partner? Working on these problems first off is like the only way to move forward and heal. So where things went wrong, you can avoid making these mistakes in the future relationship. You also need to reassure yourself throughout this process, someone else's love isn't yours to live, isn't also yours to lose. A lot of people come into your life for a reason, so you can take that lesson and leave. Remind yourself that it's okay to feel hurt and that healing takes time. To realize that you're doing your best that you can, and it's normal to have ups and downs. You started as strangers, you were okay before, and you will be okay the same way. That's what I tell people to keep telling themselves. Just because it didn't last forever doesn't mean you won't find someone else worth forever. And know that something is better on its way. Treat yourself with some kindness, and your life does not revolve around the person. I keep telling you this thing. Your life does not revolve around the person. The memory and experience are almost worth the pain. So practice forgiving, forgive both yourself and your ex-partner, because it allows you let go of bitterness and resentment. Trust me. Holding on to nostalgic feelings from the past or nostalgia from the past relationship can impact your healing process. And the feeling of longing for the past, focusing on good old days. No, 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 no. This is what I call emotional recovery, like impaired emotional recovery, because it can create a false sense of, wanting or ranging for your past rather than accepting the present. Really, you start reminiscing. You need to stop idealizing the past. You need to focus on the present. You need to also realize that everything happens for a reason. It meant to have this experience because it could contribute to your personal growth and help you find meaning and purpose in difficult experiences, which is going to develop you. No matter how much it hurts, now you're going to look back one day and realize, wow, I actually had to go through this in order to get to where I was today. Do you understand? And you need to reevaluate your priorities. Reevaluate your priorities. If I hadn't gone through the experience I had, I wouldn't have learned deeper things about myself. I wouldn't have known what healing really meant. What it was like to recreate myself or to get to where I was, during like whatever process I went through when I had a very toxic breakup. That's why I'm grateful for any little uncomfortable thing that could happen to my life, because that evaluates me to see more. So now when it comes to your favorite places, be able to go back there and laugh. Invite friends, not because of someone you broke up with or someone can visit there a place because you don't want to be reminded of that place. No, it's not going to work. For you to be able to heal, that's why I say healing is a thing of the mind. You need to allow yourself to heal. Not because you and your ex usually went to this place, oh, it's going to trigger. Do you know when you're going to heal? When you face that thing you usually did with that person, and you don't feel any other thing, but you feel okay. You also need to create a new routine. The purpose of this is to start living new memories. To be very honest, start living new memories from your previous one. You can even start taking cooking classes, painting classes, different things. Like shift your focus from your past. You're already on an upward trajectory, and that's why you can change your habits, meet new people in life that would literally bring more happiness. And that's why I tell people, find happiness in yourself. Set new goals. Life isn't about finding love or soulmates. It's a good thing, but it's not all about that. So much happiness and fulfillment comes with so many other things. I'm not against love. It's just the way we women are wired, like finding a husband. You must find a husband. This is the primary goal. Yes, it's a good thing to find a good husband, not just any kind of husband. The thing I pray for to most women is find a good man, not just a man. There are two differences, because you will regret what is called marriage. That's why I always say this in my prayer, that God, align me with a good man that is meant for me. Align me with a good man that is going to worship your name. Align me with a man that has the fear of God. There are men just out there. There are a lot of men, but align me with a certain kind of man, because you see this marriage thing, I'm going to have the best marriage ever. That's what I keep manifesting in my life, or anything, like regardless of what anyone is going to tell me. So allow yourself to dream so big, visualize and create the life that you want. Set achievable short-term goals, long-term goals, because I keep telling my girlies on here, set achievable long-term goals for yourself. Now, this is my best part, is the glow up. Leveling up to the point that you are no longer in your ex's league. This involves you focusing on yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, and embracing new faces, building a life that aligns with your true self. Do you get? You need to not do it for anyone else's benefit but your own benefit. Be selfish with who you are right now. Take time to explore. Take time to explore your interests. Take time to explore your passions and goals. You're going to get to a point whereby you would be unbelievable hurt and confidence that you look back, I'm like, ew, like, did I date this person? Nah, that you associated with yourself with that person. The fact that you can even call that person your ex should be. That's why you need to level up so much. You need to take this to heart. I want you to look back at some point and be like, you want to even laugh about how you literally like can imagine yourself with that kind of person. Like, you are destined for so much. God, I don't even know how to explain it to people right now going through this emotional stage and everything. I need you guys to focus on the positive and be grateful. You should be grateful for where you are right now. You should be grateful for the relationship. You should be the woman of your dreams. Be like, who is she going to be? Think about the woman you want to become. Who is she? What career build does she do? What career, what to do and how to act like. Write it out in your journal and do it. Do it. That thing is a sense of distraction. You need to start living. My next point is that you need to start living. When you've done this 3-step, this is how you're going to start living your daily life. So don't end up beating yourself or torturing yourself because of one human being. Do you understand? You might get your heart broken once again. Don't get me wrong. You might fall in love again, get your heart broken, but it doesn't have to ruin you this way, because anything can happen. Do you get? But I just want you not to lose yourself. And see, you can grieve all you want. I think it's Madame Mears, or is it Tyler Perry that was saying something like that. The first one is grow your self-love and do a lot of solo dating. I know a lot of people who follow me on my Instagram can see how much of, solo dates I do, even at home, even in restaurants. It makes me feel myself, like it makes me get closer to who I am truly. And when even out of dating, if you get another boyfriend, you need to still take yourself out on solo date. Not because you have a boyfriend that you would leave who you really were before. Now, the next one is remove the fear of being alone. Develop a healthy and independent sense of self. Like, remove the fear of being alone. Start fostering more meaningful connection. Overcoming this fear involves recognizing that your instinctive values and learning how to even enjoy your own company. This makes me more self-aware because I know what I am looking for. And if a person I'm on a date with shows like literally any red flag that doesn't even align to my standard, I am leaving, because I've cultured the art of self-love, knowing how to be treated right. And I'm just fully content with life right now on my own. So why should I settle for less? So I don't need your company. Why should I settle for less? Let go and detach. It's not everybody you meet you're going to fall in love with. And it's not everybody you meet that you're going to get married. Attaching yourself, oh, I'm going to get married, I'm going to stay together, all of that, it's not going to work. Reduce your expectations. Like, that's what I tell people. In anything that you do, reduce your expectations. Even when you leave and detach, focus on what you can control, your career, even when it comes to your career, even when it comes to your goals, even when it comes to friends, relationship, your family. I also have a video on how to detach and everything. You can also check my channel for that. And let me tell you something, flashbacks are going to happen. It's part of life. You're going to think about what happened to you when you fell in love with someone. That's all right. But what I want you to do right now is just to focus on your career, focus on your hobbies, join a club, all of those things. You're going to be good in the next 3 months. Trust me. You're going to thank me later. So guys, I always tell my girls, I will always give you some homework. Now, the first homework I want you to go home with right now is build your breakup playlist. Name it the Get Over playlist. Trust me, yes. Some people might think, oh, if I'm getting over this person, I shouldn't even associate him with me trying. Yeah, Get Over Him playlist. Trust me, it's more of like empowering breakup songs and everything. Move out if you haven't. If you're staying with your boyfriend or your ex, move out, delete your pictures, block him, do whatever it is. Delete those things on Snapchat, because Snapchat can be very silly of reminding you of who you were 2 years ago or who you were with 2 years ago and everything. Identify your toxic traits and do some journal works. Write down breakups affirmation. Write down your breakup affirmation. You can even use Pinterest. You can use, whatever it is. Just write down your affirmations. Do one thing for yourself this week. Either you're going to invest in books, you're going to read books, you're going to do this, you're going to go to the gym, whatever it is, just do that. Last one I want you to do is to create your own routine. Forget about what you and your ex usually did together. Don't do that. What do you like? What do you want to start doing on your own? Forget about what you and your ex planned 4 years ago or 3 years ago or what do you really like and what do you love doing? So guys, I've come to the end of this video. It's been a long time I spoke to my babies on here. It's been a long time and I'm sorry, like I really needed this break, but trust me, you're going to keep seeing more of me starting from today if you're seeing this video right now. So anyways guys, I've come to the end of this video. I hope you guys learned a lot from this video, and if you want me to speak more on some certain kind of things, you can just put it down on the comment section below and I will attend to most of your requests. So guys, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye.